What up, everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is EverQuest Project 1999. And today we are on the green server, on the level 5 wizard. Gonna give that a try. Like I was saying in my last video, I think y'all enjoy alts. I don't know. I think a lot of people play a lot of alts in this game, and maybe that's a thing to where I should start doing that. So, I don't know. At least the wizard. I'll be the wizard every once in a while, maybe. Because I got something to talk about in this video. The main topic, it's not really watching the wizard. I have a topic of conversation that I think is very interesting. But, yeah, watch the wizard go from level 5 to level 6. He's in Kanos. He's going to be killing mostly fire beetles, the drones, the workers, the prince, the princess, Fippy, Darkpaw, whatever his name is. Like, I kind of camped him a little bit. He would run down the path, I'd kill him, he'd come back, I'd kill him, he'd come back, I'd kill him. A little bit there, but mostly beetles. I figure it out, yeah. Like, at first here, I haven't played this wizard in a while. I'm kind of just figuring things out. But eventually, I start playing pretty good, and we do get level 6. So, look forward to this wizard being in Blackborough, potentially duoing. We'll see. But yeah, I want the wizard to have I want to be able to teleport and res. So my necromancer can technically res if I can get some essence emeralds, if anybody out there wants to help me do that. And then the wizard, if I can get it to a certain level, will be able to teleport. So, you know, be nice for me to be able to do that. Anyway, let's talk about the topic of conversation here, which is something I heard from Classic EverQuest, first of all. Not trying to step on his toes, not trying to copy his video. It's just going to be my opinion on this topic. So go check him out, his video. So it's about the guild Rise of Zek, I think their name is. See, I'm going to get names wrong. I'm going to get certain things wrong, but I know the basic like story, and it's pretty cool. So go check out Classic EverQuest. He's in my my favorite channels or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, you go to on my channel, he's like there if you click on other channels. So go click on his, go watch that. He's got more information. He's actually over there. This is Project Quarm, which I still might try, y'all. I think that's the next logical step here is Project Quarm and then maybe Monsters and Memories. But the thing that's going on over there on Project Quarm is that people from P99 are trying to take over freaking Project Quarm, which, people that are on Project Quarm are from P99 in the first place, but it's been a long time since they've been here. Maybe they're getting soft. Nah, I'm just playing. It is, yeah. But people that's been on Quarm have probably been on Quarm for a while since it came out. They haven't played P99 in a while. They're getting used to Project Quarm. Here comes some people from P99 that were recently playing on the hardest server, which is Red, so PvP server. So this is kind of like a PvP situation, which I think is very interesting. What do you guys think about PvP? Like, you'll see me putting on like a bunch of PvP videos and stuff like that. Barely ever. I don't think ever. So, I'm not the PvP guy per se, but I don't hate it. I don't hate it. So this is a situation on Project Quarm that's happening right now. And I might be a week or two behind on it. It's probably been happening for a month or two now. But a guild from the red server, which is PvP. If you got P99, you got... Somebody was saying on the game the other day, like, what's the difference between green and blue? I think the only difference between green and blue is that blue came out first, right? And blue's been around, like, way longer. And then green was the new server, which now it's, like, old, but it's newer than blue. So green is the newer server where people don't have as much, like, they haven't had the same amount of time to, like, build their wealth and get all the good stuff. So most people play on green now, because if you start on blue, everybody has like mana stones and all kinds of crazy good stuff. They're all the way to the end, you know what I mean, and the progression. On green, it's like a newer server, new as in quotations, new, but not as many people have like crazy. Like on blue, I feel like every single person has crazy stuff. All the prices are wonky. On green, it's more like a regular type of deal. If you want to play the game, play green. That's where everybody is. It's the newer server, etc. They need to do another one. They need to merge green and blue. I don't know. I must have a lot of stuff to talk about today because I'm getting off track. But The difference between blue and green is that blue was first, it's older. Green was second, it's newer. Maybe not even second, but after blue. And then red, I don't know how long red's been around, but it's completely different because it's a PvP server. Which I don't even know 100% how that works. Like, I don't think every zone is PvP, but a lot of the zones are PvP. So if you try to, like, go to Lower Guck, that's always my example, sorry. You try to go to Lower Guck and do the Frenzy, like, you have to watch your back, which adds another layer of unpredictability and danger, which I think is really awesome. I don't know how people get bored of this game, like, honestly, because you could always just go play on the red server, and now you've added a whole nother layer of, you know, difficulty. And that's if I ever got bored of green, I would go to like red or Quarm or something like that. I'm never going to get bored of this game. There's just too many things to see, too many classes to play, too many races. Like, I'm never going to get bored because there's so many things to do. I'm bringing the queen to the guards just to let them kill it because it was like, I don't know. I don't even know if I conned it or not. I think I did. All right, so this story. What do you all think about PvP, first of all? You guys like it? Do you not like it? Do you want to see it on the channel? Do you not want to see it on the channel? I haven't ever had anybody really, like a couple of times I've had people say like, go play on the red server if you really want a challenge or whatever. But I think it's kind of cool. Like, imagine this character right here. Nothing's going to come into this zone probably and kill me right now. But if I go to the next zone over, if I try to go to Blackborough, now all of a sudden we're PvPing. So you have to like make alliances with people, you have to group up maybe. You like almost have to group on the red server. Like, hey, you know, we're not going to kill each other. We're going to group together and get experience. If somebody else comes in here and attacks us, you know, we got each other's back. And we always got to watch out for that. You might even put somebody on watch for like, depending on how active the PvP scene is. Like, red is like a pretty dead server. There's not that many people over there, and that's the whole reason why this guild went from the red server over to Project Quarm, is because of, you know, it's not that active on red. But now they're going to a more active server and trying to take it over, pretty much, because there is PvP on Quarm. So what happened was, you know, everybody's playing Quarm. They've been over there for a while. They're getting used to their... Nobody take offense, but you know what I mean. They're getting used to... I'm just trying to weave a story, you know what I mean? Like, they're getting used to their quality of life and their double experience here and their double loot there and all that. There's PvP. Like, you can go to a zone. Like, the example that Classic used was Geonids, because this is where the story really, you have to include this for the story. So imagine Geonids in Eastern Waste, Western Waste, whatever it is, I forget. One of the best plat camps in the game. So you're on Quarm and you're doing the Geonids, right? And if you want to, you can go to a PvP version of that zone where you get double loot. I think double experience, something like that. So if you choose to, if you want to add a layer of danger with PvP, you get double loot. So Geonid's already one of the best camps in the game, dropping jewels, dropping, you know, getting all kinds of plat from selling, like vendoring all these jewels and stuff. There's my one of the times 50. I think it was my first time. I kept watching out for him and jumping him every time he came down the path. So you could do the Geonids like the regular ones, and there's no danger of PvP, or you could go to this other version of the zone where it's PvP, and now you get double loot because it's more dangerous. But on Quarm, before all this stuff started, it was like, hey, buddy, you know, I'm gonna get double loot, you're gonna get double loot. Let's not fight each other. Let's make a little agreement, just like a nod and wink at each other. Like, hey, you stay over there, I'll stay over here. Let's both get double loot. And nobody's doing any PvP for real. They're not using it for the purpose that it's intended for. They're just taking advantage of the double loot, which anybody would do. Of course, I would do that. If there's nobody in there, why would you not go in there and get double loot? And if there's only one other person in there, why wouldn't you go in there and say, hey, buddy, you know, let's not fight. Let's like work together, kind of. You stay over there, I'll stay over here. We'll both get double loot. Where it starts to be a problem is when multiple groups start going to the PvP side of this. And now you have, you know, not enough Geonids. And then people might start fighting each other. But I don't think that had ever really happened on Quarm because there's just not enough people. I mean, there's a lot of people. It's almost as much as green, right? Or it's the same as green about, which is pretty crazy, y'all. You know that the green server is one of the most populated servers right now. We have like 800 to 1,000 sometimes. And I think Quarm is around the same, if not, it might be a little ahead sometimes. We might be a little ahead sometimes, but it's very similar. I prefer green, of course, because I like classic. I don't want a quality of life stuff. I need to try Quarm, but anyway. So, wink, wink, nod, nod. I'm gonna get double loot. You're gonna get double loot. And then, so this guild from Red, from P99 Red, they're called I think Rise of Zek. It's something Zek. I think it's Rise of Zek. Which shout out to them. I think this is a really cool idea. And I was trying to think of ways to like get around it and whatnot, just to like for fun, just to think about. They're making things even more fun over on Quarm, in my opinion. It makes me want to go over there and play even more. So they're playing on Red. There's not that many people on Red. They're pretty much owning the Red server, but it's kind of boring because nobody's over there. Then you got Quarm over here, where they're wink, wink, nod, nod, getting double loot, kind of, you know what I mean? Getting a little soft, not doing their push-ups, not eating their broccoli, enjoying they're in Hawaii, like chilling on the beach, just drinking a Mai Tai or whatever, chilling, enjoying it. And here comes this guild, the Rise of Zek from Red, and invading Project Quarm, right? So now these people chilling, drinking a brewski, smoke them if you got them, chilling, just getting double loot in these zones. Now they got to deal with this guild that's a all PvP guild. If they see somebody, they're going after them type of thing. If they're in a PvP zone and they're not in their guild, pretty sure. Like, I'm not 100% on that, but they're going to get you. You know what I mean? Like, if you're in this PvP zone and you're getting double loot, you better watch out if you see this guild, because they're gonna get you, right? So what they started to do, now this is the main part of the story, other than them coming over to Quarm and taking over the PvP zones and making them, making it more interesting instead of chilling on the beach. Now you got to watch your back. So they go over to Quarm and they take their whole guild over there, PvP, right? They're gonna go to all the PvP zones and kill anybody they see that's not in their guild. Take over the zones, basically, and get all the loot. So they started to control, like, the geonits. And probably other zones, but that's the example that he used in his video, and most of my information is coming from his video, so make sure you go watch it. Make sure you go check him out. Go subscribe. I'm subscribed. I watch him. I think he's good. Classic EverQuest. So I just wanted to give my opinion on this, my thoughts on this, right? So they're taking over the geonits, right? So if anybody else that's not in their guild tries to kill geonits, they're getting murked. They're getting jumped by 5 dudes. If there's a group, they're bringing 3 groups to kill you. Like, doesn't matter. You can't go there anymore. So what they did was they started offering deals to people. Like, hey, if you want to kill geonids in this PvP zone, get double loot, you got to give us 500 plat an hour. All right? So you're pretty much buying protection. You're going to California and you're checking in. You know what I mean? Like, if you go there and don't check in, you're getting jumped, you're getting stabbed, you're getting beat up. But if you check in, you call them up, say, hey, Zek, I'm about to come over to the geonids. Here's 500 plat an hour if you let me just do my thing. And imagine, so it's actually a good deal. They made it, they're kind of smart. They're not making it too expensive, right? Even though 500 plat an hour sounds like a lot. I think he said that they make like 2,000 plat an hour just in the regular geonid zone if you're like crushing it. So if you're in the PvP zone getting double loot, I think he said 4,000 plat an hour over on Quarm. So you're doing the geonids and the PvP version, you get 4,000 plat an hour. All they're saying is, hey, if you want to do that, all you got to do is give us 500 plat an hour. So now instead of getting 2,000 plat an hour, you're getting 3,500 an hour, which is totally worth it for most people. So it's super smart. So this guild, this PvP guild from P99 Red, is now controlling the PvP version of the geonids on Project Quarm, and nobody can do them unless they check in. You better check in, because you're going to get jumped, stabbed, killed, shot up. You know what I mean? They're gonna spin the block. You know, they're gonna hang out the sunroof on you if you try to do the geonids without checking in. So what do you guys think about that? What do y'all think about that? What do you think about PvP in general on MMOs? Have you ever done it before? I've done it, but I've done it on like WoW. I did it on WoW where it's like, you know, the alliance versus the blah blah blah. If you see the other side, you fight. I've also gone into specific like PvP instances, and I used to have a rogue on WoW, and I would sneak around like invisible and like just finish people off. I wasn't like the greatest. I would stun lock them. So I would you know, you'd have like 10 people on, I forget how it worked, but there'd be like 10 people on this side, 10 people on that side. You would like run over and grab their flag. It was like capture the flag, and you had to bring it back to your side, and they would try to kill you. Like if you got the flag, they'd kill you, then the flag would go back or whatever. It's really fun. It's like capture the flag. So like 10 on this side, 10 on that side. Might have been 20. 20 on this side, 20 on that side, 10 on this side, 10 on that side, something like that. I think it was 10 actually. It's like 10 on this team, 10 on that team. You have a flag, they have a flag. You're trying to go over there, get their flag, and bring it back to your side and put it down, you know? Capture the flag. And you fight. So you fight in the middle. If they get the flag, you kill them. So they drop the flag, blah, blah, blah. So it was really fun. And I would sneak around on my rogue, like sneaking so nobody could see me. And then, like, if one of the enemies was like half health, I would stun lock them, backstab them, boom, they're dead. Because I wasn't like the best at the game. Like, if you was 1-on-1 and you had full HP and full mana, and I had full HP, and even if I got the jump on you, I probably would, I don't know, you know, it'd be at least a 50-50. So I like to like sneak around and wait, let somebody else fight somebody, and then I'll pop up from behind and boom, 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 stun lock, bang, backstab, dead. Just help people win. Like, I was more of an assist than like a main, you know, killer of the enemy. So it was super fun. But imagine that on Quarm. You're doing geonids. Here comes this guild, and they just kill you. And they're like, "Hey, if you want to do these, you got to give us 500 plat an hour. And if you're not on the list, and if you haven't given us the plat, you're dead. We're killing you. I don't care what you try to do. If you're over there you're over there invisible, you're over there trying to sneak one in, we're gonna find you. We're gonna kill you." Probably got people patrolling with See Invisible. I don't know how it works for real, but they're in there and they're taking it over. At least the last I heard. I haven't heard any updates on it, but it sounds like super fun to me. What could they do? What do they do over there? Do they just let them do it? They say, "Oh well, we'll just do the regular geonids, get 2,000 plat if we don't like it," or "Hey, let's pay the 500 plat and we'll get 3,500 instead of 2,000, and we'll just pay their toll, the troll toll or whatever." I think they should raise it eventually. Why don't they raise it? Like right now, they're probably gonna raise it, y'all. They're probably gonna raise it. Why would they not? Let's make it 750, Zach. Do it. Do it, Zach. Come on. Make it 750, then make it 1,000. You know, you can make it like, as long as they're getting more, you could raise it. You could definitely raise it. I guess it depends like how active and in control you are of them. Like if you're not super in control of the geonids, like 500 is probably fine. You know, they're paying the cost to not have to deal with y'all. But if you all got it locked down with like 3 groups, then you should probably up it. You know, so if they already gave up the ghost telling y'all how much they make. So I don't know. I'm gonna give like tips on both sides, like what I would do. So if I was Zek, you know, keep it 500 for now, but the more like you get it locked down, the PvP side of the geonids, could raise it to 750, could raise it to 1,000. You know what I mean? You could raise it probably all the way up to like 1,500, because it would still be worth it. They'd be getting 2,500 an hour instead of 2,000. So you could raise it if you really wanted to. Like when it's double experience, you raise yours 1,000 instead of 500, or double loot or whatever. I just think they could raise it. On their side, they could raise it. If they got it locked down, raise it. If you don't have it as locked down, just leave it 500. I don't know the whole situation. But imagine you're on the other side of things. You're not in Zek. You don't want to do PvP. You just want to enjoy the double experience and the double loot or whatever in the PvP zones, and you're frustrated. You don't want to pay their toll. You don't want to check in. you're gonna have to get together and take this guild out. That's all you're gonna have to do. Like, you got more people. There's probably more people that aren't in Zek than there is in Zek. So it's a fun situation. You know, you'd have to exterminate them. You'd have to take them out. They're making you have to fight, do PvP, or just do your regular zones and ignore them, I guess. I guess the more you ignore them, they're gonna. Then I guess they don't care either way, probably. They probably don't care either way if you ignore them or not. If you don't go to the PvP zones, then they get to do them. And they'll just get all the plat, buy everything. And then they'll start cornering the market on all the good items. And then you're going to have to pay, you know, they could do that. If you don't want to deal with, like, their PvP nonsense. If I was them, if nobody's participating, if, like, nobody's going... I don't know why most of my advice is for Zek. Because I would probably not be on... I probably wouldn't be in their guild, and I'd probably be on, like, everybody else's side. But, I don't know, I just think it's interesting. If I was Zek, and, like, nobody's going to these PvP zones now because they don't want to pay the toll, like, eventually. Like, let's say right now it's 500. Everybody's paying it because it's totally worth it. Zek's making out because they're getting 500 for doing nothing, pretty much. Eventually raise it, right? And eventually, like, maybe nobody wants to do it anymore because you raise it so high. It's like 1,500 now, and they're like, I'd just rather go get 2,000, not have to deal with them, than to give them most of the extra plat. But then they're just going to do it and get all the plat from the Geonids, so they don't care either way. So 500 is probably the smartest thing. Maybe just keep it that, but I'm just saying, just theoretically, what if they raise it to 750, 1,000? You know, eventually people are going to stop wanting to do it, but then they're like, oh, well, we'll just do Geonids all day and all night in the PvP instance, and we'll just get all the loot, and then guess what? We're going to make a bunch of plat, buy up all the items in the game that are good, and then we'll raise all the prices on all the good items. You know, they could do that just to force people to have to do PvP. Like, oh, you want a mana stone, or oh, you want this item or that item? We're going to buy them all up. We're going to sit on those camps, and then we're going to sell them for triple the price. Because you guys don't want to participate, you don't want to check in, you don't want to pay the troll toll. Well, now we're just going to buy up all the best items by doing Geonids on getting double loot from the Geonids, getting a bunch of plat, and just buying all the best items that everybody wants, and then just raise the prices through the roof, like, super high. It's something they could do. Like, there's always something they could do to make things annoying for people. But overall, I think it's a fun thing, like PvP. Imagine it was on P99 green, like, I mean, it would be red, but just not as many people want to do it is the problem. So they're kind of forcing it on Quarm, which is funny, I feel. So if you're the other side, you're not Zek. What I would do, you guys are going to have to band together, refuse to pay. You guys have more numbers. Go and wipe them out of there. Go do a raid. Now the new raid is not, you know, Sleeper's Tomb or the Plane of Sky or the Plane of Hate or the Plane of Fear. The new raid is go wipe Zek from the PvP instance of the Geonids. That's the new raid. It's a PvP raid. You bring 5 groups to the Geonids, and you wipe out Zek's 3 groups or whatever. You bring 10 groups to the Geonids, and you wipe out their 5 groups or whatever. Even though they're really good at PvP, though, so you're going to have to bring twice the numbers. But you probably have it. And you wipe them out, you kill them. And of course they're going to come back. Just keep wiping them. Make them lose experience, whatever. I don't know how PvP works, though. Do you lose experience? I don't know. Whatever you got to do to, like, make it annoying for them. So they're not going to be able to get loot if you're killing them, right? At the least. Even if you don't lose experience when you die to PvP death, they're going to have to deal with y'all. So they can't get their loot. So keep going in there, keep killing them, make it hard for them. That, or my other idea for the non-Zek side is to snake them. You gotta snake them. Get in their guild, you know, be a sleeper. Act like you're a PvP person, act like you want to join their guild. That'd be the ultimate way to sneak them. So you get, like, at least one person in each group of these Geonids. Like, let's say Zek has 3 groups in there, locking it down, the Geonids or whatever. Making sure people are paying at least, PvPing if they're not, killing Geonids probably at the same time. I don't know how it works, but over time, y'all need to Just the big brain snake them, you know what I mean? Like, get one person in each group that's gonna end up opening the back door and snaking them, you know what I mean? Like, so pretend you want to be in Zek. Do it. Be like an undercover biker. You know, you're trying to do a drug bust, or you're trying to see what's going on. You know, what they're doing. So get in there, be an undercover agent. You could record it. You could do like a video. It'd be really interesting. I'm gonna go undercover in Zek. Maybe I'll do that. They can't know. They're not gonna know. How are they gonna know? You make a new character. You level it up, or if they don't know who you are, you just say, "Hey, I want to join." You participate. You act like you're trying to be in their guild, right? They need new members. They can't just bring only the members from Red. You guys would be able to band together easily. Like, one thing or the other. Like, if they're too strong, you need to snake them. And if they're not strong enough, you guys just need to band together and wipe them out. I know you don't want a PvP, but if you bring twice the numbers, it won't be that hard. But let's say they have lots of numbers and they're really solid. Well, then you need to start snaking them. You need to get in their guild. You need to pretend. You need to be an undercover agent. You need to and then eventually, you know, you get them. You know, you attack from the back and the front. You know, get on a Discord together. You got the undercover agents plus everybody else. So everybody else attacks Zek. Zek's fighting back. And then all of a sudden from behind, their own people are backstabbing them and charming them and all kinds of stuff. So that would be my suggestion for both sides. If you're on the Zek side, I would say keep raising that price until, you know, keep raising it just to see how much people will pay. If they're making 4,000, why would they not pay 1,500? Why wouldn't they pay 1,000? Why wouldn't they pay $750 an hour? Whatever it is, you know. See what you can do, depending on your numbers. If you don't have that many numbers, I guess 500 is cool. They're already paying that, and you don't even have that many numbers. It's like, I don't know, right? And then if they stop paying, you raise the price too high, they stop paying. I would say save up a bunch of plat, buy all the best items, and then jack the prices up on the best items and sit on them too. Like, make sure nobody can get the best items. Like, they got to deal with you. They got to check in. They got to pay the toll one way or the other. If they don't want to do PvP, they don't want to fight you, then they're going to be paying triple on these desirable items because you're going to lock those down instead. One way or the other, they're going to have to deal with you, check in, pay the toll. You don't want to fight, then you're going to have to give them some ramen noodles. You're going to have to give them some honey buns. You're going to have to pay for protection. Or you're going to have to pay quadruple for a pack of smokes. Because they're going to buy up all the smokes. And then they're going to charge triple, quadruple for the smokes. Because you don't want to do the fighting. So they're going to buy all the best items and charge way more on them. Alright, where are we at on this? I'm doing like I don't know. I was just showing, I'm meditating. Let's go ahead a little bit here. Put it in 2 times. Got about 17 minutes left. I do ding in this. What do y'all think about PvP? What do you think about that situation? I guess they can't go to every spot. They could have a person in every spot to make it hard on you. They could have like one at the Ice Giants and one at the Hill Giants and just somebody to make it annoying. It's like, hey, you want to pay me 50 plat an hour and I won't bug you? Or do you have to deal with me every once in a while? I'll come up and backstab you. I'll come up and fear you. You can do that at every plat camp. You could just make it annoying. Like, they don't want it. They're playing on Quarm. You know what I mean? That was very smart of them to go to Quarm. They're playing over there for a reason. And I'm not going to say it. Because I like Quarm. I like people that play there. I might play there eventually. But they're playing there for a reason. So if you make it more difficult on them, they might want to pay. That's all I'm saying. So maybe try it. Go to all the plat camps. You could just make it annoying. You don't even have to like be able to kill them. Just make it annoying for them to get their plat. Maybe they'll pay. But yeah, what do y'all think about PvP? I always think it's interesting, but I don't know. I want to do it, but the problem is most people don't want to do it. So when, like on P99, you gotta like, the red server was so dead that it's not, well, there are like 50 people on there, like if you're lucky. And how many zones are there in the game? Like 50, so there could be one person in each zone. So that's the problem with EverQuest and PvP is like there's not enough people that want to do it on P99 at least. That's literally the reason why Zek probably went over to Project Quarm. They're forcing themselves on you because there's that over there. Like on green, they couldn't do anything. They can't force themselves onto us because we can just choose not to do it. And there's no like instances of double. There's nothing they can control or do. I mean, I'm sure they could try to do something, but they don't have to be PvP to do that. There's Fippy, getting him. Let's get him. Anytime I seen him, I was jumping on him like Zek. I'm Zek, and they're everybody else. Every time I seen Fippy, I was making him pay the price. Make him pay that plat. If he wants to go down this path, he's gonna have to pay the piper. Yeah, what do y'all think about PvP? Do you guys play? You ever done it? I'm playing Fortnite right now a little bit, just with my kids. It's not like, I practice a little bit when they're not around, so I'm not so trash. I'm not that good at those types of games. I'm more a fan of RPGs, right? EverQuest, my favorite. I like Diablo, like Final Fantasy. I played WoW a lot. Mainly those. I played a lot of like JRPGs. I like Tactics, Final Fantasy Tactics. I liked Warcraft, StarCraft, etc. I played this game called Phantom Brave. It was really fun. It was like a tactical on Wii. I think it was Wii. It was really fun. Saga Frontier. Some other RPGs I played back in the day. Chrono Trigger and Xenogears. Xenoblade, I had that on Wii. It was so much money too. It was like so valuable. Xenoblade, it was like worth like $100 back in the day when most Wii games are worth like 15 or 20. It's probably worth way more now. I don't know. I don't have it anymore. Xenoblade though, that's really fun. If you've never played that, you should check it out. It's like an MMO but single player. That's why I liked it so much. It felt like it was an open world and there's like big enemies and I don't know, it felt like an MMO, but just single player. It's kind of what I almost want, is a big open MMO world with MMO mechanics, with hard enemies but single player. So Xenoblade was really fun for me, because it was almost exactly what I wanted. I never beat it, I made it like pretty far. I just eventually didn't have time to, forget how far I got. I got like probably halfway through it, at least. Maybe a little further. I probably got like 60 to 75% through it. It's really fun, though. That game is fun. You have like 3 characters, and you control them. It's like a group. It's kind of like you have your own group. It's an MMO, but you control every character. Kinda. You can switch to... So one character will be like AI, and then the other one will be AI, and you'll be in control of one of them, but you can switch to the other one whenever you want, and like do whatever you want with it. And then you can switch to each one of them, I think. I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering correctly. It was a fun game. But that's what I wanted to talk about today. What do y'all think about Zek going over to Project Quarm and taking over like the double plat PvP instances of popular camps, making people pay a toll, making them check in, surprising them at the beach, jumping out naked, helicoptering their schlong at them, like, look at this! You know what I mean? They were all like chilling, just relaxing, chillaxing. All of a sudden, there's a dude jumping out of nowhere, attacking them with a knife. Pretty funny. Pretty cool. Good idea. Shout out to them. Shout out to Classic. Shout out everybody dealing with it right now. Like, they're probably like, I just wanted to chill. I want my maps and my QOL. But hey, you don't get to get the double, that's all. You're already getting double anyway, playing Quarm, and you don't get the double on top of the double anymore, because Zek's going to come and get you. Not going to let you quadruple up, and you know what I mean? Did I ding yet? I don't know. It's coming soon. I only got 8 minutes left. I'm sure it's coming soon. I was like pausing at night. I was playing at night, but I'd pause. So I'm also like chilling, like meditating sometimes here. I think I'm about to ding though, so let's watch that. I'm gonna start playing this wizard here and there. It's starting to be nighttime, you know me, I don't like recording at night. I want to play different races, but it's so hard because they can't see. It's just, I know it's part of the game, it just sucks for YouTube. Decaying skeletons, that's... Okay, so in Kanos, as this wizard, what I did was, up to like level 5, I was killing all skeletons. And then once they greened out, now it's all beetles from 5 to 6. And then now that I'm 6, I'm going to have to go probably to a different zone. I think I got everything I could get out of this zone. Eventually, I was attacking multiple beetles and bringing multiple beetles to me because I felt like that was the quickest. I was bringing like 3 beetles at a time, and sometimes I put my damage shield on. So ideally, what I would do is at level 5 now. Anything before level 5, I would just recommend going around and getting all the skeletons that you can. Almost ignoring everything except for the skeletons, because the skeletons drop cloth, bones for a quest, weapons, right? So skeletons are the best until they green out. King skeletons. But once you get level 5, everything is going to be green except for the fire beetles, the Prince Clicknick, the drones, the workers. They're pretty easy to find at night because they're kind of glowing half the time. And they're social, so you can just get a bunch of them all at once. So that's what I'd recommend for level 5 to 6. Kill all the beetles. I don't really know, though. There might be a cool like camp for Blackburrow, like right outside of Blackburrow. But I'm going to go check that out at level 6, and hopefully it's not green. But I know there's like a decent, like, right outside of Blackburrow camp. Couple gnolls. But I was killing Fippy and beetles, basically. Every type of beetle, they were all blue. From fire beetle all the way to princess, they were all blue. Did I ding there or what? Like, what's going on? I'm gonna go sell. This is where I sell. It's right here. It's super easy. The first merchant you see has water, rations, bandages, torches, everything you can need. So that's who I sell to. Just do right wall strats, and this chick right here has everything you could want, almost. I sell to her, and then what I was doing was the copper. I would just buy water and food and bandages and stuff to get rid of the copper instead of going all the way to the bank. It's like stuff I'm gonna need anyway. But I think we're gonna go to Blackburrow eventually on this wizard. So we have not shown Blackburrow on this channel yet, believe it or not. And that's one of my most nostalgic dungeons. Khazak-Thul's up there, Guk's up there, Karnor's Castle's up there, but Blackburrow was one of my first, like, dungeons I ever went to on this game, and just remember all the trains and, like, getting down there to the snakes, and you get kind of scared because you're going deeper in when just there's always big trains and stuff, and just dying in there and grouping up and stuff like that. And like the harder gnolls all of a sudden jump out when you're fighting like a certain kind of gnoll, and then like a higher level gnoll comes around and you're like, oh crap, you open a door or something and here comes 3 of them, and the freaking snakes and the trains and all that going down into it, you know. It's kind of cool. So I need to go back. I need to do Blackburrow. It's just something I need to do. Dang, we still got a whole bubble to go. I think I do most of it at nighttime off video. And then, yeah, let me know what y'all think about PvP. My thing is, there's just not enough people that want to do it on, like, a harder server like this. Like, I don't really want to go to Quarm yet. Eventually, I'm going to do it just for YouTube, right? And just to try it. But my more style, what I really want is P99 green. So not enough people want to play P99 red. So I don't want to go... Like, I might go try it just to try it because I like to solo anyway, and I don't even care if there's other people. And just to, you know, every once in a while, maybe we PvP, but I don't know. I was never good. I never tried PvP too much on EverQuest, so I don't know if I'd be good at it or not. It's always been a mystery to me. So it's an unknown. I'm ignorant. Alright, so it's dark out and everything, but this is when I ding, so I captured the ding. It's either this fight or the next fight. Fighting multiple Clicknick drones. That's what I would do. I'd run... My meta for this level 5 wizard was find a beetle or 2, cast Shock of Fire on one, switch to the other one, cast Shock of Fire on it, bring multiples to me, fight both of them, kill them with my dagger, pretty much. Or, no, the meta was cast the damage shield on myself, then shock a fire, and then find another one, shock a fire, maybe up to 3 of them. Now I'm fighting 3 of them, stabbing them. They're hitting me, they're getting hit by the damage shield. That's what's working best for me. I think like if I had more mana, I could root and then do the one where it like hits multiple times, like an AoE that hits multiple times. I tried that a couple of times. I'm sure that's what some of y'all are gonna say is like, hey, why don't you root them and then hit them with the AoE? Like I could root them both right there and then step back and do the AoE maybe. But I don't know. It takes a lot of mana. The root doesn't stick for very long. So at level 5, I think the best way is just boom, 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 bring them to you, and then dagger them up with the damage shield. So I was like never even close to dying here. I don't think my HP ever dropped below 50%. My mana kept going to 0, and the only reason I would even meditate is to skill it up. And I like casting spells because just stabbing stuff is boring, but I could have just ran around and kept just stabbing stuff. Wasn't that hard. Level 5's not that hard, especially if you stay in this zone, I guess. If I go out there somewhere else, you probably should. I don't know, though. You know what I mean. Ding! Level 6. Say grats in the comments. Come on. Put your what you think about PvP in the comments. What you think about the situation over there in Project Quarm with Zek. What you think about it. What they should do. What Zek should do. What do you think? What do you think about all that stuff? Put grats for my level 6. And, yeah. You have any tips on the wizard? Like I said, I was about to say, I just got back into this wizard. I haven't been playing it. I don't know what I'm doing. I never knew what I was doing on it. So, still figuring stuff out here. So if you think I'm doing stuff wrong, he's in all cloth with the beginning dagger. You know what I mean? Like, it was simple, though. I had no trouble the way I was doing it. So I don't think I was doing anything wrong. Maybe I should have went to the next zone over, but you know what I mean. I was just trying to get back into the wizard. Next time we'll go the next zone over because I think the beetles are now green. But anyway, that's it for this one. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Hear good about the channel, comment below, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.